I'm going to try and keep each little film review under or at 1 minute, or at most 2 to 3 minutes for the films that I want to go into more detail on. Just for this one, just to see if it will have a difference in the algorithm, considering that YouTube is such a competitive place nowadays, especially for newcomers like me. Anyways, so I've managed to watch 7 films this week, both feature and short, as well as one episode from the entire series on here. I'll get into that when I talk about that. So, 1 minute, let's get into this. First film, Camping Out, a classic era Mickey Mouse short about how horrible mosquitoes really are. I can't blame the characters for messing with them, considering that they were ruining their day. The mosquitoes were just ruining the campers' day. It's always cool to see horse collar in these, and the animation is fun and stylish, and the antics on screens are incredibly entertaining. And plus, well, early era Mickey Mouse, always a treat to watch. Next is Love, Death and Robots, Free Robots. I'm surprised all the episodes from this show are on here, but I'm glad because I get to talk about them. I'm talking about them being on Letterboxd. This episode is fun. A cool concept of robots viewing destroyed cities as a tourist site, like how we've done for cities like Rome and Athens. And yeah, it's just a creative concept. The commentary is very meta about how we've managed to destroy ourselves thanks to our own hubris. And the cats following the main group had a funny twist towards the end. The humor is top notch, and the animation is really good. I honestly mistook it for being live action. I don't know why, but it was very impressive. Next is Vampires vs. the Bronx. This is a strange film. It's almost satirical and can work as a pseudo commentary on the way black and other minority groups are treated in the US and New York, but it also just has a lot of moments that you just can't take seriously, considering it's a film about vampires doing ethnic cleansing on a part of New York that, quote from the film, no one cares if you're missing. I mean, it's interesting, I guess. And I'm not really sure if the vampires are actually doing ethnic cleansing, but it kind of felt that way when I was watching it. But check it out if you'd like to see okay and obscure films. Next is Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2. This is underrated. Yes, the writing is not as strong, the character conflicts aren't as sharp and layered, the commentary isn't present like it was in the first film, character arcs aren't as defined, and the pacing is all over the place. And it feels the need to cram so many jokes throughout the film that it can clash tonally with the rest of the film, and even the first. But it has so many funny elements, including the ever iconic,
"It's enough to make a grown man cry, but not this man. Get back in there, tear."
you can't hate Terry Crews at all. And the furthermore designs and characters and dynamics paired with the beautiful design of the island matched with the expressive animation gives this film a sense of magic no other film can. It's honestly beautiful, and I cannot get tired of hearing the creative naming conventions of the Fudimals. Like, the villain has a fun presence, and whilst Flint can be a bit of unreasonable at times, he's not unlikable, and it's the standard never meet your heroes trope that for me is getting old, but it doesn't bother me. It works here. Flint's dad not only has peak character design, but has the best relationship with the food and wall Pickles. He's a real G for teaching them fishing. I can't understand why people hate this film. It's fun, it's creative, it might not be as strong as the first. Dampyr. This film has an interesting concept, but fails with the execution, with one of the laziest sequel baits I've ever seen. It had something interesting going for it, but it doesn't land. Mainly, maybe if it went deeper with the idea that vampires are forced to do their master's biddings and want to be free from this life, with the help of Harlan, the Dampyr, as well as being an interesting contrast with the war conflict and elements mentioned in the film, then maybe this would have been worth my time. But it's just a lot of nothing that didn't need to be there. Last film is Get a Horse. You would be mistaken for this being released in the early era Disney cartoons, just from the title and the beginning alone. But then it switches things up, and then Pete pushes Mickey through the screen, and he becomes 3D. That's funny. I like that. It's a great tribute to classic era Disney cartoons by bringing the characters into 3D and out of the theater screen. It's very clever how the animators managed to pull these effects off, and I'm very impressed. It's always great to see Horace horse collar again. I think that's just going to be a quote I'm always going to say whenever Horace shows up on one of these things. And the antics are just so fun. It's very funny and has a great storyline. There's not really much to hate.